The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Hello everyone, welcome to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, presented by Car Shield, and we're going to continue showing you matches that you're not going to see anywhere else. In our main event, we have the NWA Women's World Title on the line as Thunder Rosa takes on Priscilla Kelly, now known as Gigi Dolan. New Japan Pro Wrestling's Alpha Wolf, Carl Fredericks, in a match with the Big Slice Boogie. And we're going to kick things off with two United mainstays in Danny Limelight and Kevin Martinson. Try to keep up with this one, folks.
But as you mentioned, Danny Limelight Rivera, very focused in this rematch. But you got to wonder if he's completely focused on Martinson. This is a big week upcoming for Danny Limelight Rivera. He was named as a member in that Lions Break Crown tournament on New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong. He's got a first-round matchup coming up this Friday against Barrett Brown, but he wants to avenge this loss first. The two tie up, and look at this. Kevin Martinson, BHK, is a serious powerhouse. He's going up top in the opening seconds, maybe a little premature.
You know, I spoke with BHK about this matchup, and he confided in me he was feeling a little bit rusty. He wanted to try to end this match early. He was afraid that last week, if the match had gone on any longer, he may not have come out victorious.
BHK, it had been months since he had competed before that big return victory over Danny Limelight Rivera. Out the back door goes Rivera into a roll-up in the early going. Again, trying to avenge that loss, trying to get the quick pin off the top, thinking symbiote DDT, and there you see it, shaking it off. Martinson was wise to it.
Martinson wise to it, but taking his time, kind of recollecting himself.
Changing levels there was Limelight Rivera. Beautiful head scissors takedown, keeping Martinson off balance. Speaking off balance, nice counter. Oh, what a shot, echoing off the walls of the Thunder Studios. Thunder indeed, right into the Northern Lights suplex, looking for the double stomp. How about this offense?
Oh my gosh, Danny Limelight soaring, getting some air.
Big dive to the outside, as he likes to say, JFK all the way to LAX, coming in for a landing, and he's got BHK in his sights.
Danny Limelight did say that BHK is strong, but he is going to be using his radioactive abilities to outwit and outsmart him.
Into the cover now after that big dive on the outside. Only a count of two. Kevin Martinson, we talked about him being a powerhouse. He's so unorthodox as well, and he's a veteran. He's been in the United Wrestling Network since the very beginning for 10 years. Originally as tag team wrestler and Rocknet sponsors. He's been on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood all the way back to the Galaxy Theater days.
The BHK, as we said, I mean, is he experiencing maybe a little bit of rocket lag? I mean, he certainly didn't get here by Boeing, you know?
Yep, drop from the skies, as he likes to say, out from outer space. Nice counter, that basement drop kick, taking the wheels out of Danny Limelight, and follows up. And you can see the anguish, and you're never safe. You're never safe from Kevin Martinson. He'll attack from all angles, slides through into the spear, my goodness.
Wow, look at that. BHK really laying it all on the line.
BHK attacking the ribs there, sliding through in front of that corner post, hits the spear. That's part one, but really double trouble, because then Danny Limelight is back his ribs, hitting the unforgiving concrete. There's no mats out here. There's no pads here in Thunder Studios.
Absolutely brutal. Now BHK getting Danny Limelight back in the ring. And you got to wonder, Danny Limelight, after this match that they had last week on Championship Wrestling, cover already. No. But after the match that they had, Martinson was victorious, and Danny Limelight had a conversation with Papo Esco. Papo Esco said he had his back, but where is he now?
That's a good point. They're scheduled to be in tag team action this weekend in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Kevin Martinson continuing to be on the full court press. You can see the anguish. And this is bad news, I gotta believe, for Danny Limelight Rivera, because he needs a lot of torque in all those aerial moves, and he might not get it. That trunk region of his body is really being taken to task here by Martinson, and a big chop floors him again.
And Limelight covered again. But still finding the resilience to get a shoulder off the mat in time.
But I gotta think, Alyssa, even kicking out has gotta put pressure on those ribs. When your ribs are injured, taking a breath, any movement, that pain is just gonna radiate. You wanna talk about radiation with Danny Limelight Rivera. Only thing radiating right now is pain through that body. Martinson trying to keep the pedal to the metal and picking up the pace now. Look out, pop out.
Oh my God.
No. Counter into the cover. Gonna get that win back. No, sir, not yet. Wow, and immediately clutching the ribs there, Alyssa.
Immediately, and you can see that every effort is just so excruciating, but still trying to find that momentum that he knows is gonna give him the upper hand. Struck down right to the back of the dome from Kevin Martinson.
Danny Limelight Rivera is becoming very familiar with the concrete on the out. What is Martinson doing? Oh my gosh, springboard's over. I think caught him with that boot. Now it's saying, wait a second, didn't get exactly what he was looking for. Oh, springboard, oh my goodness, wow. Goes down in a heap.
I wonder if more of this match is happening outside the ring than inside, Todd.
Referee allowing some leniency because these are two great competitive rivals, you know. We want to see a winner here. Last week you saw the Tribe and the Wolf Zaddies go to a time limit draw, you know, ultimate competition. We want to see winners and losers here in primetime live, although that was a great physical matchup last week. Danny Rivera in that launch position. He's, oh my gosh, look at this agility up to the top. Catches him with a clothesline.
Wow, able to elude and getting the shoulders of BHK down for the count. Oh, BHK still finding that energy inside.
And those pain receptors must be turned off for Danny Limelight Rivera to pull off a move like that, the agility to evade Martinson in the corner, come up with that springboard clothesline, and was almost half clothesline, half bulldog.
You were talking about the time limit draw, the lack of satisfaction. Danny Limelight at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood recently went to a time limit draw with Slice Boogie, who we'll see in action later tonight. And there's got to be a lack of satisfaction, but now BHK.
What a counter! Counter to the rat trap. Tornado kick by Danny Limelight, and it was that rat trap that spelled doom for Limelight in their last matchup. I think Martinson might be out here into the cover. Is that going to be enough? No. Digs down deep and kicks it too.
And even the effort of rolling BHK over to get the shoulders down seemed like it took the life out of Danny Limelight.
Those ribs, might as well put some barbecue sauce on them. They've been cooked. Looking for that symbiote DDT though. Caught by Martinson. Martinson's got him up. In the launch position. What's Martinson doing? Oh my God, out to the ramp. My goodness.
Oh my gosh. We were talking about the concrete here at Thunder Studios, the hardwood ramp, just every single piece of this studio being used to the advantage of BHK.
Yeah, ask Mike Bennett how that feels. He ate a tombstone pile driver on that ramp last week in our main event.
BHK!
Oh my God, looking for a frog splash to the ramp and just getting the knees up. What a counter there, a life-changing and saving counter, preserving his chances in this matchup. But imagine that knee must have eaten a lot of punishment too, Alyssa.
Oh yeah, Todd, you can see Danny Limelight is struggling a little bit on that knee. He was cradling it ever so slightly. And BHK trying to capitalize now.
BHK is using his environment unbelievably. The ramp, the ropes, and now a brain buster on the ramp. Excuse me, turn out the lights. The party's over if he can roll Danny Limelight back in.
BHK, if he can go over this cover, it is over.
Oh, look at that. Gets him dead center in the ring and dead to rights.
Here is your winner, Kevin Martinson.
Alyssa, that has got to be a heartbreaking consecutive loss to Kevin Martinson for Danny Limelight Rivera. But what an incredible matchup between both men.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have 2 small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or 2.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University. Online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-695-2076. 1-800-695-2076.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Queens, New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, the king of the concrete jungle, Slice Boogie!
You mentioned it, salty, proud New Yorker out of Queens. Made his debut on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood a couple weeks ago. Took Danny Limelight Rivera to the limit, time limit draw, but really punished Rivera throughout the matchup.
Slice Boogie seems to come almost out of nowhere. He had a banner 2019 with lots of opportunities, lots of momentum. Just curious to see how he's going to face the alpha wolf, Carl Fredericks.
And introducing his opponent, representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo, weighing in at 217 pounds, the Alpha Wolf, Carl Fredericks.
You heard the derogatory statements at the top of the program by Slice Boogie saying, you like to beat up the young boys, you like to beat up the young lions in the LA Dojo. But Carl Fredericks is a main roster member now of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ever since winning that Young Lions Cup, he eventually moved up to the main roster and actually scored a victory in tag team action, pinned none other than Rocky Azucar Romero in the debut of Lions Break Collision. He's faced recently the likes of Jeff Cobb. He's got a victory over El Misterioso, so you can't take away from the accolades of Carl Fredericks.
Carl Fredericks also representing Shibata, representing the LA Dojo, the first graduate of the LA Dojo. You gotta wonder if that's a little bit of pressure on the shoulders of Carl Fredericks.
Oh, you got to know that Katsuyori Shibata is always looking on, and originally, in a recent... Oh, my goodness!
Wow!
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, Todd. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that'll wake you up. Echoing in our headsets there. And now you see the fundamental grappling, a fixture of the LA Dojo, New Japan Pro Wrestling, where Carl Fredericks was put through the paces by Shibata. Was a young lion for a long time. Now, fans, if you're not familiar, when you're a young lion, you're in training, your move list is going to be very fundamental and limited. You're not going to have flashy moves. But what that does mean is you're going to perfect the basics. And that's something that Fredericks certainly has done. But he's in there with a real street fighter in Slice Boogie.
You could say that Slice Boogie and Carl Fredericks might have a lot of parallels in the ring, but the difference is in street smarts. Slice Boogie, as we said, a brash New Yorker. He debuted out of the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy in the fall of 2018. And in short time, he's really elevated himself. And unfortunately, almost had an opportune moment against Carl Fredericks.
Look at the grasp of the hands here for Slice Boogie. He knows he's in trouble if Carl Fredericks can get that armbar. Now perhaps trying to transfer to a shoulder lock of sorts here. But heads-up defense and trying to turn his body weight into it was Slice Boogie, but just too much leverage by the powerhouse. Trying to get to the ropes now. Another veteran move there by Slice. And again, a veteran move for somebody that's relatively young in his career.
You know, in a short amount of time, Slice Boogie found himself sharing the ring with SoCal staples and renowned talents like the late, great Shad Gaspard. I even saw Boogie try and square up with Bob Holly within a year of his career. And you gotta have some brass ones to do that.
Oh, you do. That can shorten your career when you're in there with the hardcore one, but it shows that Slice Boogie will not back down from a fight. And look at this. You got the Alpha Wolf in there with the king of the concrete jungle. Who's going to be on the top of the food chain? It was like two big bulls locking horns, but now manipulating the arm is Carl Fredericks. Again, he's always got that base of the fundamentals that he learned in the dojo.
But Slice Boogie has the creativity. He doesn't have the fancy training. He's maybe a little rough around the edges, but he's die hard when it comes to being victorious.
Nice counter there by the Alpha Wolf into the side headlock takedown. Head scissors breaks. Oh, look at that. Side headlock the other way. These two looking in a mirror right now, but sinking the knee is Carl Fredericks. And much like Eli Drake and Watts earlier, there was a bit of that fundamental feeling out process, and then it got real personal and real physical real quick. And I expect the same with this. This match has powder keg written all over it.
Carl Fredericks really wrenching the side headlock on Slice Boogie, but Boogie trying to release some strikes to put some distance between himself and the Alpha Wolf.
Shoulder block. Neither man given to, oh, look at that, a little disrespect. Slice Boogie's not going to take kindly to that, and absolutely trucks the Alpha Wolf with the shoulder block.
He said, I'm not a young lion, I'm a grown man. But, oh, Carl Fredericks to the cross body.
Great athleticism by the Alpha Wolf there. A lot of vertical leap in those powerful legs. The leapfrog into that leaping cross body, nicely done. And again, now since he's part of the main roster of New Japan Pro Wrestling, he can open up that playbook, and it makes him that much more dangerous.
Fredericks even said, in response to, some not so kind words from Boogie, he said that Boogie is in his head because he is wondering if he has it, if he has those intangible it factors. But Fredericks knows he has it, and he knows he has it like no one else does.
He did, and then he also said, welcome to primetime to Slice Boogie. He's welcoming him, giving him a rough welcome with these big shots and forearms, looking for the cover after some big-time shots, only a count of 2. But Slice Boogie at the same time said, you don't know the struggle. You don't know what I've been through on the streets. You might consider yourself the king of the jungle. I'm the king of the concrete jungle. And then Slice Boogie said, we're not fighting on grass.
Absolutely not. Slice Boogie releasing a powerful forearm. Carl Fredericks with a slam.
These two going toe-to-toe. Nice high back with the body slam. Gets great elevation in the elbow. Going for the cover. Getting close. I think time of possession offensively certainly right now favors the Alpha Wolf. Slice Boogie's got to hit something big. He's got to get Fredericks to make a mistake. Easier said than done to get back into this thing.
Oh, but now Fredericks finds himself caught up by Slice Boogie. Trying to squeeze the life out of him, but Fredericks is able to make his way out.
You talk about fundamentals. Nothing more fundamental than a good old-fashioned bear hug. But now Fredericks goes up. Oh, what a shot by Slice Boogie. He slices, he dices, and he takes the big man off his feet.
Attention. If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. A family of 4 can make up to $97,000 a year and still qualify for a new health care plan. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Health insurance rates have nearly doubled in the last 3 years. Stop paying the rising cost of traditional major medical and learn how Health Insurance America is saving people thousands of dollars a year on their health care plans. Don't waste hours on the phone or on a government website. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
Call 1-800-709-1029. That's 1-800-709-1029. 1-800-709-1029.
In another promo, Carl Fredericks said, look, I'm gonna beat the brakes off you. Right now, the shoe's on the other foot as Slice Boogie in control of yet another heavyweight hoss fight. Look, how great was Eli Drake and Watts just throwing bombs, and now these two are really following up.
And I asked Slice Boogie earlier, Carl Fredericks is a serious competitor. And I asked Slice Boogie, I said, what are your thoughts on your opponent? And he said, all he said to me was, he said 1983 called and they wanted their earring back. So obviously, Slice Boogie, I don't know if he understands the depths and the weight of this match.
I think the 80s might call a return call and ask for their tassels while they're at it. You might just get the buy one, get one. But nothing fancy about this. Big chop there by Slice Boogie. And this is going to come down to who wants it more, who's going to man up, who's going to dig down. Ooh, headbutts now. Look, just getting right in his face.
Whoa, with Boogie breaking the back of Fredericks.
Nasty backbreaker into the Uranagi. Great combination there by Slice. Close call yet again. Boy, I'm telling you, the stock, when you talk about that time limit draw with Danny Rivera, that was impressive. But now going toe-to-toe with New Japan Pro Wrestling's Carl Fredericks, somebody who recently was in there with the likes of Jeff Cobb, Mr. Athletic. I mean, this is a great performance, but he would love to cap it off with a victory with Slice Boogie.
Slice Boogie now just exchanging these incredible forceful strikes. You can hear the thwack of just skin on skin, muscle on bone. Whoa!
Boy, that was a nasty, nasty European uppercut there, and you saw that it rocked Slice Boogie, but you wouldn't know it. Fights right back. More volume of strikes by Slice. Pele kick there, nicely done. Again, showing the athleticism, but it might have been desperation there because unable to capitalize is Carl Fredericks.
Slice Boogie making his way back to his feet. Oh, I spoke too soon. He had his head rung like a big apple.
Yeah, but he's smart to get to the corner, though, and assist himself getting up. Oh, look at this. Big corner shot there. Again, you can just hear these shots echoing off Thunder Studios.
Carl just unleashing hell on Slice Boogie.
Measuring him. Absolutely measuring him here. Big drop kick. That looks real familiar. He was granted that by his mentor. Into the cover now, almost puts him away. Katsuyori Shibata, that is a signature of his offense, and he has so much respect for his pupil, Carl Fredericks, that he granted him the usage of that move. That is respect.
An absolute honor, and to be using it in the ring against Slice Boogie and have him still get a shoulder up, is that getting inside the mind of Carl Fredericks?
Right. Oh, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Quick roll up the other way, trying to steal one. Back and forth, seesaw action. This has been good, and it has been hard hitting. Oh, he's looking for the Statue of Misery.
Oh, but Carl Fredericks getting those knees to the dome of Slice Boogie.
Great counter. Beautiful counter there to the Statue of Misery. And, well, that's one way to counter, just a good old-fashioned overhand chop. Unreal.
You can just see the red welts starting to build up across the chest of Slice Boogie.
That's going to get him slow in the morning. I'll tell you what. We're going to be feeling this. Slice Boogie off the top. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Slice Boogie, 21st Street Special. That's got to do it. Got to do it indeed. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Slice Boogie looks absolutely incredulous and incredibly irritated as well. But this is the kind of place in a match where someone like Slice Boogie could make a mistake. If you have that much fury.
That's true, but he didn't make a mistake there. That corkscrew springboard stunner that he calls the 21st Street Special. You can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Doubling up, looking for the Statue of Misery again. Countered again. Spine buster into the cover immediately. Goes Fredericks again. Close call.
Oh my God, I cannot believe how much offense everyone is. Oh my gosh, Carl Fredericks, put him away.
Here is your winner, Carl Fredericks.
This was an absolute shootout. It was an absolute shootout. It was whoever had something left in the chamber, and we are going to take a look back at the action. And the guys in the truck are going to be busy because there would be a lot to look at in this thing. And there it is. He calls that the manifest destiny. That's how he put him away, Alyssa.
Carl Fredericks was absolutely incredible in this matchup, but Slice Boogie, we can't put past Slice Boogie for even just staying alive against Carl Fredericks.
What's up, y'all? It's Ice-T.
Now, you never know what's going to go wrong with your car. It could be a transmission, could be the timing chain or that check engine light. Now, can I tell the future? Absolutely not. But I do know it's not a matter of if your car will break down, but when. And before that happens, you should call my friends at Car Shield. Their administrators pay for expensive car repairs, so you don't have to. And that's the truth.
Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles.
If it wasn't for Car Shield, I would have paid a lot of money out of pocket, and I would have been too happy. When I bought my used car, I didn't expect any problems right away. But when it broke down, I'm glad I had Car Shield.
Another truth, I drive with Car Shield. Just like you, it goes against my principles to throw money away. I wasn't always famous, and who doesn't love saving money on expensive car repairs? Car Shield is like a guard dog protecting my wallet, which gives me real peace of mind when I drive. And you can take that to the bank.
With coverage through Car Shield's administrators, you'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge. Plus, with Car Shield's nationwide coverage network, you can choose the mechanic or dealership of your choice no matter where you are.
So in 1 year, I saved $2,500. That's amazing.
I don't worry about car breakdowns because I have Car Shield.
Some of y'all sitting at home might end up just like me, walking. Especially if you get hit with a huge car repair bill you can't afford. Or you could call my friends at Car Shield and see that saving money on expensive car repairs is really a smart move.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call Car Shield for a free and instant protection plan quote. Once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 800-319-4849. That's 800-319-4849.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made. Shirley is forced to miss out on everyday activities. Mary fully enjoys her life. Shirley has to wait for tank deliveries and worries about running out of oxygen. But Mary's Inogen 1 G4 makes its own oxygen, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. Shirley finally listened to Mary and now has more freedom too. It's time for you to reclaim your freedom and independence with the Inogen 1 G4. Act now to start your 30-day risk-free trial. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait and don't accept substitutions. The sooner you call, the sooner you can say goodbye to heavy oxygen tanks for good and reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-721-9328. That's 800-721-9328.
And here you see the challenger, Priscilla Kelly. You mentioned it. She mentioned, almost in tears that her career cut short for 6 months. But what did she do? She didn't just cry about it. The second she was out of the ring, she said she was training. Get this, from out of the ring to the ring in her basement. She's got a ring in her basement where she's been training ever since, getting ready for this huge championship opportunity.
And that's an incredible level of dedication, Todd. Priscilla Kelly's been studying up on jiu-jitsu, mat grappling. She's been learning how to take advantage of her opponent's weaknesses and pressure points. And with someone like Thunder Rosa, the NWA Women's World Champion, she has an MMA background. I'm curious how these styles are going to play against one another.
Be interesting indeed. Champion going to be making her way out here. There you hear it saying she's #1. La Mera Mera on her destruction tour, and it pulls in, makes a stop here in Thunder Studios for Primetime Live in a championship match sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. There has not been a hotter star in all of professional wrestling as of late. William Patrick Corgan said a champion should be a fighting champion. NWA came here to destroy. NWA World Championships are supposed to be defended across state borders, international borders, and in different promotions. And that's exactly what Thunder Rosa has done, appearing on All Out, Dynamite, now here on Primetime Live. Her own promotion, we saw it, successful defense just on Friday at Mission Pro Wrestling. She has been on a mission to elevate women's professional wrestling. Incredible atmosphere whenever Thunder Rosa is in the ring, and here to set the stage for our main event, ring announcer Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance and is for the NWA Women's World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Moon Creek, Georgia. She is Hell's favorite harlot, Priscilla Kelly. And introducing the champion. From the graveyards of Tijuana, Mexico, she is the NWA Women's World Champion, Thunder Rosa.
Here we go, stage is set. Big Fight Field doesn't cut it for this. That's an understatement. NWA Women's World Championship on the line. This you almost have to like check your stats to believe this. This is the third title defense in 6 days for the champion, Thunder Rosa.
You gotta wonder, Todd, if that rigorous schedule might get to Thunder Rosa at all, but she looks fresh out the gate, ready to go against Priscilla Kelly.
Attempted strike there early by the challenger, now full mount. You talked about that MMA background of Thunder Rosa. She's competed in the squared circle and in the cage as well. But nice reversal, working on MMA as well, has been the challenger. Out of the scramble, we'll see who gets the better of this, champ or challenger. And right now the champion trying to lock up and out of the frying pan into the fire for the challenger, eating these big elbow shots. But nice counter there, going up top.
Now manipulating the butt. Oh, but Thunder Rosa with a quick hair pull. Any means necessary. Now, usually you'd see those kind of mind games from Priscilla Kelly. Priscilla Kelly known to go to any lengths that she needs to put away a competitor.
Thunder Rosa won the title back in January on pay-per-view at NWA Hard Times. Armbar Fujiwara attempt now for Priscilla Kelly. Rolling and alleviating the pressure was the champion. North-south position now where the champion can control the neck. Where the head goes, the body goes. But nice reversal back and forth. It's been very even Steven in the grappling in the opening minutes of this championship clash. Nice takedown there.
Priscilla Kelly out to prove that 6 months off the shelf of wrestling, she's been honing her skills and even working on her endurance.
Look out here, nasty single leg crab though. And making her think about it. You know, you might try and roll, you might try and power out, but now you got to think about these strikes as well if you're Priscilla Kelly. So again, double jeopardy. Won the title at Hard Times, defeated Allison Kay, won the subsequent rematch as well. Did Thunder Rosa, but now perhaps a Boston crab the other way. Anything you can do, I can do better, and I'll add a leg in the process. Double crab by Priscilla Kelly.
You can see Priscilla Kelly she was deep into that double leg Boston crab.
Shots from her back here. Look at this. She's got her sea legs. Does the champion. Single leg kick. Drops the leg now where she can work on a lot of body parts here. The knee, the ankle. You can see she's got the ankle grasp there. Priscilla Kelly's got the ropes. The referee will break it.
Priscilla Kelly, you can see the determination. You can see the intensity in the eyes of both competitors. La Mera Mera isn't letting go of that title. Priscilla Kelly is out for blood.
Yeah, and the title of La Mera Mera as well translates, to boss, and she has been the boss of, pretty much every women's division as of late. Elevates up and over. The quickness of the champion. Beautiful tight arm drag there. Follows it up nicely. And again, this is when you might see the effects of being out of the ring for several months in terms of real competition, because no matter who you're in there training with, nobody hits like the champion, Thunder Rosa.
No one hits like Thunder Rosa, and there's nothing to replicate this feeling. Thunder Rosa, it never stopped. Thunder Rosa kept herself fresh and, as we said, embarked on a rather rigorous schedule.
Oh, trying to create distance here. Yeah, nice knee right up the middle. Might rock the champion, history to be made. Gonna have a little bit lighter luggage on her way to Jacksonville tomorrow. Nobody home for that. Still got her faculties, does the champion. Back and forth action. Oh, upstairs again. Rocks the champion again for the second straight time in about a minute here, Alyssa.
Priscilla Kelly, if you've watched any matches of Priscilla Kelly, you know that she's not above biting, clawing, scratching her way. But she even said Thunder Rosa can do all of that to her and she will not stay down. And here we see Priscilla Kelly has the advantage over the champion.
I hearken back to the point that you made, and it was a valid point, though. The hellacious schedule of the champion Thunder Rosa might make her ripe for the picking for Hell's favorite harlot. We might see history made. 3 title defenses in 6 days, and now the challenger making her pay the price.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Diabetics understand all too well the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can immediately reduce your pain. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn about this groundbreaking new CGM technology. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how you can get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Priscilla Kelly taking the champion to the outside. Got to be careful here, though. Again, sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, the title can only change hands in the ring by pinfall or submission. You got to think that the challenger, Priscilla Kelly, is going to do her damage, but she's always got to be leery of the count.
Leery of the count. She's got to maintain that awareness, but Priscilla Kelly isn't going to miss an opportunity for a chop like that, but Thunder Rosa quick to answer. Oh, my God.
Not too many people taking a number to get in a stand-up war to go toe-to-toe with La Mera Mera, and now using the post. We saw that this was a very useful weapon for Heather Monroe last week to neutralize Camille and to get the upper hand, at least for a time, until Camille ultimately hit that spear. And that was an impressive victory in the NWA Women's Division by the Brick House just last week on Primetime Live.
You never know what you're going to see on Primetime Live. So you got to tune in for the action. Be sure you're using the hashtag Primetime Live as we are in the thick of this NWA Women's World Championship match.
Nasty shot into the steps there for the challenger, feeling the effects. And destruction tour, I guess. The champion trying to absolutely destroy the challenger, Priscilla Kelly. We're on Primetime Live. Now, big shot. That is putting deposits into that pain bank. You hit that hamstring later in the match, that's going to cause a lot of problems.
And that thunderous blow between the shoulder blades, driving all of the air out of the lungs of Priscilla Kelly.
Back in the ring. Let's get it back in the ring.
Kelly able to reverse, thwacking the dome of Thunder Rosa right on the apron.
Double chop. The official allowing some leniency because when you have such a prestigious title on the line, last week we had the 10 pounds of gold. This week, the NWA Women's World title. We want to see this thing go to a finish. Look out, Hero thought better of it.
Oh!
And now a jumping kick there by Priscilla Kelly. Called the audible. I think the champion was trying to set her feet to take on a suicide dive, but ate a big kick as a changeup. Nice changeup pitch by the challenger. Into the cover now, looking to put her away. Close call.
The versatility of Priscilla Kelly, able to change on the fly, that's something that a fresh, composed competitor does. Now, Thunder Rosa maybe being a little bit more tired after going through all these title defenses. Maybe that's a kind of mind frame she wasn't in.
Well, and it's got to be hard to game plan. I mean, when you're defending the title so much, she had to prepare. Oh, axe kick now coming down there by Priscilla Kelly. She had to prepare for Eva Lee. She had to prepare for the American Kaiju. Now she had to try and prepare a strategy for Priscilla Kelly, who has been changing up her offense in this 6 months of training. It makes it very tough for the champion. Look out here. Blood rushing to the head. Oh, out the back door. Thunder Rosa, nice counter. Drives the elbow down, plus all the body weight. High impact move. Into the cover, looking to put her away and retain. Not yet.
And Thunder Rosa is someone that, of course, she's a smart competitor. She wants to prepare, like you said, for every opponent. There's nothing really for Thunder Rosa to prepare for Priscilla Kelly. She had one other match against Chris Dickinson most recently, and what kind of idea can she get of Priscilla Kelly as a competitor? So Thunder Rosa is really doing a great job of shifting the tides and working against Priscilla Kelly.
Right, but big credit to the champion as well, who has found a way to fight back into this thing, now using her environment to her benefit. Oh, nasty shot. Little bit of a payback for that kick we saw from Priscilla Kelly on the outside. Now Thunder Rosa delivering the damage into the cover. Deep hook of the leg, closer and closer. Wow, what a fight we've got in our main event with the NWA Women's World title hanging in the balance.
Not even a lick of unsureness on the face of Thunder Rosa. Just ever more focused. You could see just the fury on the face of Thunder Rosa as she now stalks Priscilla Kelly.
Oh, that Destruction Tour is aptly named. That's looking what she's trying to do, destroy anybody that tries to come and claim what's hers. The NWA Women's World title, Dragon Sleeper now applied. Again, you've got those MMA expertise. Thunder Rosa can hit you from all angles. She's got high impact like the Thunder Driver, the double stomp, but submission skills as well. Again, has trained extensively with Brazilian top team in San Antonio, Texas. Nasty elbows into the cover, trying to put her away with strikes, and now transitions. You never know where she's going to hit you from.
You never know where Thunder Rosa is going to strike from, but Priscilla Kelly also said, when it's Hell's Favorite Harlot, you never know what you're going to get. And I don't know if Thunder Rosa's expecting Priscilla Kelly to already submit.
Well, not when so much is on the line. I mean, you saw it last week. So much on the line for Mike Bennett. He passed out to the Kingsland Cloverleaf. He never tapped. When you have, beautiful jackknife cover out of that head scissors, but cuts her off immediately, does Thunder Rosa. Just when you think you got a light at the end of the tunnel with the champion, it's a freight train coming your way in the form of La Mera Mera.
Priscilla Kelly taking a big chop from Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa was doing damage to her hand with the velocity of that strike.
And now just trying to sap all the strength. That sleeper variation rear naked choke. He's got the back of the challenger, and the champion could certainly put Priscilla Kelly away with this, especially with all the damage. If she can get the hooks in, which she does.
Oh, God.
This is big-time jeopardy for the challenger now, Alyssa.
And is this where the road ends for Priscilla Kelly? Is this where Thunder Rosa walks out still the NWA World Women's Champion?
Oh, she might be out here. She might be out. Hard pressed to fight. She's trying to bridge up though. So still, into a cover, shifted the weight, heads up move, and forced the champion to break that rear naked, because I don't think she would have otherwise.
If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
1-800-615-0487.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned. I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress topper, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, only $29.99 with your promo code. With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
And imagine being the NWA Women's Champion after tonight.
Nice counter neck breaker by the champion. The challenger was looking for that full Nelson suplex that she calls crippling depression. And that might be what it'll be if she can't capitalize and win the title here, because she has put up one hell of a fight. She's done everything but beat the champion. But the same can be said for champion to challenger. This has been one hell of a fight.
And think about how long these two women have been just beating the hell out of one another. The endurance is such a factor in this game, and the winner is going to be whoever can keep their strength up the longest.
Boy, we saw how dangerous this ramp could be last week. Look out here, now using the ropes on the outside. Maybe a variation of the octopus stretch here. Oh no! Use the momentum, but you can't put her away on the floor here, Alyssa.
You can't. There's all of the strain going to the shoulder of Thunder Rosa. Even if Thunder Rosa were to tap, it wouldn't count for anything. It wouldn't be a victory, but is she doing enough damage, Priscilla Kelly, to the...
No, look at this, though, the counter. You got to be careful here. Into a fireman's carry. Oh, look at this Death Valley driver by the champion. Trying to send Hell's favorite Harlot right back home in the depths.
Priscilla Kelly looks like she is in La La Land right now. But Thunder Rosa not in any way to capitalize. Trying to muster up some strength, some inhuman strength from the graveyards of Tijuana, from her heritage, from her family that she pays homage to with the paint on her face. If she can muster up some strength.
As she hits the ramp here, you can almost, here you see it, that Death Valley driver on the ramp, and you mentioned it, the eyes immediately were glazed over of Priscilla Kelly, the challenger.
Priscilla Kelly still not all there as Thunder Rosa makes the cover to retain. No!
She won't go away. She just continues to resurrect herself, does Hell's favorite Harlot. I mean, what could she possibly have left? This is unbelievable. You almost had to have made a deal with the devil to survive everything that Thunder Rosa has thrown at her.
You know, Priscilla Kelly once said that she got into wrestling to release some of her inner demons, but I gotta believe that some of these demons might have taken over, because this is just otherworldly.
It truly is. I mean, what a testament to both great fighters, both great competitors. They continue to fight on. This thing, you know, has gone well over the 20-minute mark. They continue to battle, and now saying it's the beginning of the end. Maybe Thunder Driver.
Oh no! But Priscilla Kelly, dumps Thunder Rosa back. Goes for the cover to be the new NWA Women's Champion. No!
A fraction of a second away from making history and dethroning the dominant champion. Hit that big suplex variation of her crippling depression and almost got it done. I'll tell you, we're going to take a look at that. I mean, this has been a human highlight reel. Nasty suplex, just folded the champ in half, and yet not enough. Not yet.
Not enough. The prestige of the NWA Women's Championship just means too much to Thunder Rosa. Priscilla Kelly said that she has gone through hell and back to be in this main event title match. But Thunder Rosa is putting her through serious hell right now.
Yeah, and vice versa. I mean, that suplex didn't feel good for the champion, and almost enough to make history. I don't know that very few have been able to take the fight back to La Mera Mera the way that Priscilla Kelly has done. I know, you know, she's done controversial things throughout her career, but nobody watching this match could possibly have anything but the utmost respect for the skills and heart of the challenger as well as the champion.
And that's the thing. The controversial things that Priscilla Kelly has done in her matches, you don't see that here. There is a tone that is so serious, so laser focused in Priscilla Kelly. There's no room for games. It is all fire, all fury if she wants to walk out of here, the NWA Women's Champion.
Well, speaking of fury, really accelerating into that forearm strike there was the champion, and winding up, digging down deep, throwing the high heat across the plate was the challenger. Flying knee, and the knees go limp there. Can the champion capitalize? No, eats a shot of her own. Oh, here we go, there it is. Crippling depression, this time with the bridge. Oh, history.
Oh my God.
Almost made, my goodness.
Todd, my heart was in my throat. I can only imagine what is going through the mind of Priscilla Kelly. Look at that, the sorrow, the anguish. She's got to maintain that focus, though, if she wants to stay alive in this match. and she wants to claim that championship.
No question. You could see distraught, thought it was 3, but now the champion was lifeless there momentarily, just now starting to stir. If you're Priscilla Kelly, you gotta capitalize, and is now this is what she was working on. Gonna transfer to submission here. Can La Marimara survive this after everything she's endured, after all the title defenses and one hellacious fight here? Counters into the cover. Wow.
Oh, but Priscilla Kelly right back in. Now wrenching on the chest, the abdomen, and just prying back that shoulder.
Stealing a page. We saw it earlier in the matchup. It was a submission attempt for Thunder Rosa and continuing with the strikes at the same time. Now for the challenger, and again, a counter much like we saw on the ramp. A lot of power. A lot of power into a nasty, nasty Samoan drop.
Oh my God, but Thunder Rosa will cover on Priscilla Kelly to retain her championship.
They have spent everything. I gotta think, you know, the lactic acid creeping into those muscles. I mean, Gorilla Monsoon, late great Gorilla Monsoon would always say adrenaline can do wonders. These two great competitors have got to absolutely be running on fumes at this point in the matchup.
All that's keeping these competitors alive is that prestigious title, the NWA World Women's Championship. That's all. Because what can be left? They've expanded everything on one another, but still, the chops, the strikes, this crazy back and forth offense.
Well, it's fitting that you said that it's inhuman, because when you're an NWA World Champion, it truly is wrestling immortality. And that's what both champion and challenger are battling for here. The ultimate prize is on the line. Who wants it more? Just could barely stand, let alone dish out more punishment. Another knee by the champion. Now this time picks up the momentum, and immediately, Hell's favorite Harlot resurrects herself again. Oh, looking for it. There it is, Thunder Driver on the money, center of the ring, and finally puts her away. Wow.
Here is your winner, and still NWA Women's World Champion, Thunder Rosa!
Todd, Thunder Rosa has referred to herself, as she said there's one word that she could use, it's unstoppable. This woman, the NWA Women's Champion, truly unstoppable.
Oh, no doubt, would not be denied. But my gosh, did Thunder Rosa ever have to earn it?
What an amazing night of action as Thunder Rosa just barely hangs on to the NWA Women's Championship tonight. Next week, we have more NWA title action as Aaron Stevens puts the national title on the line against Trevor Murdoch. And next week, we have a first-time ever match that was 10 years in the making here on United. Be sure to check it out only on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, presented by CarShield.